Marley was dead, to begin with. There is no doubt about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's name was good upon change for anything he chose to put his hand to. Now let us introduce you to Ebenezer Scrooge, our protagonist, a man whose very name has become synonymous with greed and a lack of generosity. Scrooge is a miserly old man who lives in London, engrossed in his wealth and little else. His heart, as cold as the winter outside his counting house, holds no love for Christmas, a time of joy and giving for others. On one particular Christmas Eve, as the chilling wind whistles through the streets and the snow blankets the city, Scrooge finds himself alone in his cold, dark mansion. An eerie silence engulfs the house, broken only by the creaking of the old wooden floorboards and the ticking of the grandfather clock. Suddenly, an apparition appears before him. It's the ghost of his late business partner, Jacob Marley. Marley, bound in chains, represents a chilling image of what Scrooge's fate could be if he continues on his path of greed and indifference. Marley delivers a dire warning to Scrooge. He tells him of the unbearable torment he has suffered in the afterlife due to his own greed and disregard for his fellow man. He explains that 3 spirits will visit Scrooge to offer him a chance at redemption, a chance to avoid the same fate. The ghostly encounter leaves Scrooge shaken, yet he remains skeptical. Could this be a mere hallucination, a product of his overworked mind? Or is it a genuine warning from the beyond? And so, Scrooge went to bed with the haunting words of Marley echoing in his ears. As the moonlight streams through the frosty window, Scrooge falls into a restless sleep, uncertain of what the forthcoming night might bring. The air was filled with phantoms, wandering hither and thither in restless haste. In the midst of this spectral flurry, a figure emerges, the ghost of Christmas past. This spirit, ethereal and enigmatic, reaches out to Scrooge, beckoning him on a journey through time. But this is no ordinary voyage. This is a trek into Scrooge's own past, a stark reminder of the man he once was. They traverse the corridors of time, stopping at scenes of young Scrooge, full of hope and potential. We see a man who once knew love but let it slip through his fingers, a man who traded the warmth of companionship for the cold clink of coin. The spirit paints a picture of lost opportunities, of paths not taken, of chances squandered. The air is thick with regret and longing. The spirit left him, and Scrooge, lost in thought, prepared for the next visitor. "Come in and know me better, man." With these words, we are introduced to the second spirit, the ghost of Christmas present. This jolly giant, a symbol of abundance and goodwill, transports Scrooge to the humble home of the Cratchit family. Despite their poverty, the Cratchits' Christmas overflows with joy, warmth, and a sense of togetherness that Scrooge has long forgotten. Bob Cratchit, Scrooge's underpaid clerk, raises a toast to his miserly employer, stirring a sense of guilt and regret in Scrooge's heart. The spirit then draws Scrooge's attention to Tiny Tim, the Cratchit's frail son, whose cheerful spirit and unwavering faith leave a profound impact on Scrooge. The sight of this happy, loving family who have so little yet appreciate so much sparks a growing empathy in Scrooge's cold heart. With the departure of the second spirit, Scrooge braced himself for the final ghostly visit. "I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come, am I not?" As the words left Scrooge's lips, a shiver ran down his spine. This spirit was different, silent, foreboding. It didn't need words to stir fear in Scrooge's heart. A mere gesture of its darkly cloaked figure was enough. The spirit showed Scrooge a future he hadn't expected, a world that went on without him. People who didn't mourn his passing, but rather carried on with their lives, seemingly indifferent to his absence. It was a stark vision of a cold, lonely death. His wealth, his business, his possessions, all meaningless in the face of his mortality. Scrooge was shown a neglected grave, his name barely visible on the weathered tombstone. A chilling realization dawned on him. Is this the end he was destined for? Is this how he would be remembered, or rather, forgotten? The terror was palpable in Scrooge's eyes. He pleaded with the spirit, his voice trembling with fear and desperation. Was there no way to change this grim fate? He promised to honor Christmas in his heart, to live in the past, the present, and the future. He vowed to change his ways, to become a better man. With a final chilling vision, the spirit disappeared, leaving Scrooge alone with his thoughts. The silence was deafening, the echoes of what could be, a haunting reminder of the choices he needed to make. "I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year." Such was the vow of our once cold miser, Ebenezer Scrooge, as he woke up on Christmas morning. His night had been filled with spectral visits and visions of past, present, and future, all of which conspired to bring forth a profound change in his heart. Indeed, Scrooge was not the same man. His icy exterior had been replaced with warmth and compassion. His miserly ways had given way to a heart full of generosity and kindness. His transformation was nothing short of miraculous. It was as if the true spirit of Christmas had melted away his cynicism and replaced it with a newfound love for humanity. Gone were his days of hoarding and grumbling. Instead, Scrooge set out to make amends, to right his wrongs, and to spread joy wherever he went. He generously gave to the poor, he raised the salary of his long-suffering clerk, Bob Cratchit, and he even played the part of a second father to Tiny Tim. His actions were a testament to his redemption, and they painted the town with the true colors of Christmas. Scrooge's transformation was not just for that one day. He kept his promise, honoring Christmas in his heart and striving to keep its spirit alive all year round. His story is a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of change, and a reminder that it's never too late to turn a new leaf. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone. Thank you for watching. Remember to spread cheer all year round.